Hi, welcome back, and it's been a while since I've done a weekly sim racing news update, which I put on hold for various reasons I'm not going to go into here, but I feel it's time to bring them back, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, welcome back to the weekly sim racing news, and the week I pick to kick these off again, it has to be a nice busy week, doesn't it? Well, I suppose it's better to have that than have nothing to talk about. So let's first of all kick off with Gran Turismo 7. Now, obviously, it launched about 3 weeks ago, but to say it's been a smooth launch would not be true, basically. So, for reasons that you can access in the videos I will link in the description, things have not gone swimmingly well, from a server outage to aggressive microtransactions and a tone-deaf letter from Kaz and PD as a response, and yeah, this has not gone well at all. As a result, Gran Turismo 7 has been review bombed on Metacritic, to the point that it is now holding a user review score of 1.6 out of 10. To put that into context, if you look at all of the reviews on Metacritic for games which have user scores against them, it's a list that's 179 pages long, and GT7 is on page 179. Yeah, a Metacritic score of 1.6 is truly appalling. You know, this is a protest vote. It's not a real review score. Anybody who thinks otherwise is being a bit naive. It's not a real score, but it is reflecting real annoyance, anger and frustration at the community and gamers in general about the way the title's being dealt with, and it is now being picked up by not just the gaming media but to wider media as well is starting to pick up on this. So we shall see what comes of this and how PD and Sony respond to this, if they respond to it. Time will tell. But moving on from that, we've got RFactor 2 and Studio 397 have broken from their new quarterly update schedule to bring an update to 5 tracks. So Daytona, Lime Rock Park, Monza, Sebring and Silverstone have all had a good scrub and polish and various issues resolved with them. I've put a video together about this, so I'll link to that down below and go and take a look if you want more detail on that, but all of these are welcome changes and there's some good solid tracks that have been updated in there. If you do play RFactor 2, they are well worth a look at in the refreshed version. Lime Rock Park looks particularly good and Sebring is as excellent as ever. Moving away from the sim side of things to more arcade stylings, although with a good solid physics model underneath. Nothing confirmed yet, but Art of Rally has teased a new tropical location. It's purely a picture on their Twitter account, and I'll link to that post or tweet down below. Shows a kind of tropically misty type location layout. It has been confirmed that they are going to focus on get everything 100% on the console releases and a few other bits and pieces before this comes out, so I wouldn't expect it much shy of the summer at the earliest, but it's good to see that Art of Rally is still getting support and love, which is great because it is a stunning title. Moving on then to one that happened a couple of weeks ago, but it piqued my interest enough that I wanted to talk about it and mention it, and that is Dirt Rally, as in the Codemasters title, or more accurately now the EA title, because the Twitter account has changed its name from Dirt Game to EA Sports Rally, and this appears to be in line with the fact that we're not going to get a Dirt Rally 3.0. 2.0 will be the last one, and the entire focus is instead transitioning over to EA stroke Codemasters, delivering on the WRC license, where they're due to bring us their first release in that next year, 2023. So I'll link to some info around that down below. We've then got Ferrari and the Velas Esports series. So you may be aware that these have been running for a few years now, and it's time for this year's one to kick off. However, in the past they've been limited to just running on Assetto Corsa. That's now been expanded, and it looks like it's going to be running on Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is great news because it gives more platforms for people to experience it by and get involved by. If you win, you get a place potentially on the Ferrari Esports team. If you don't, and even if you just post a time in one of the initial time trials, you get entered into a draw for one of 4 chances to win some Ferrari merchant goodies, so it's worth posting a time at the very least. And that news that the Ferrari Velas Esports series is going to be in Assetto Corsa Competizione is of course further bolstered by the fact that we've had the Challengers Pack DLC released for Assetto Corsa Competizione this week as well. In fact, it came out yesterday, and that brought us 5 new cars, only one of which joins an existing roster. So we got the Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2. These are all long car names, by the way, which joins the GT3 lineup of events. But we've then got 4 cars that fit into single make series. So we've got the BMW M2 CS Racing, the Ferrari 488 GT3 Challenge Evo, the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Evo 2, and the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car based on the 992 variant or version of the 911. Don't be fooled by either the Ferrari or the Porsche having GT3 in their name. They are not GT3 cars. The Porsche is a standalone race series, the Ferrari Challenge is too, and the Ferrari Challenge and the Super Trofeo Evo 2 are actually closer to GT2 specification than they are GT3. All of them will race as standalones in there. ACC also saw an update, and we're up to version 1.8.12 now, and most of the changes around that were for physics, tyre model and force feedback tweaks. So nothing major in there, really just tidying a few bits up, but as a title it feels as great as ever. So well worth looking at. I put a separate video together for that. Again, I'll link to that down in the description. And then finally, Circuit Superstars has had a spring update, and it's quite a sizable one. Now, this quite literally I've only just downloaded before recording this, so I've not had a chance to play around with this, so I can't really comment on what it's like, only what's in it. They say they've improved the physics model completely, so a complete overhaul of the physics model, which will be interesting to experience. They've added a new car, a touring car model called the Road Rebel, 2 new tracks, one an oval called Speedopolis and one a road course called Thunder Point. They've also added new Grand Prix in there. They've played around and tweaked the UI and various other bits and pieces, so it's a fairly hefty overhaul of Circuit Superstars. And if you haven't picked Circuit Superstars up yet, it is on sale on Steam at the present moment as well. Not sure about other platforms. Quite literally have not had a chance to check that out, but it is on sale on Steam at the moment. And if you're after a modern take on the top-down racer feel, it's a great one to go for. It really is an enjoyable video. If you check out the reviews playlist I've done, you'll be able to see my review of Circuit Superstars on there as well if you're interested. So that's this week's sim racing news lineup. In terms of what you've been watching, no mods this week. I wanted to keep things a bit more straightforward for my return, but I have been playing a lot of Automobilista 2, so this is just some various footage from Automobilista 2 you've been watching. That's this week's sim racing news roundup. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful in any way, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when new content gets uploaded. Thanks very much everyone for watching. Take care, have a great day. Bye bye.